So I think Marcus is indeed going to join here. So
that's exciting.
There we go. Okay, all set up now. There was someone named Literature Sim who has just said hello on the video.
Yep, they were in the last chat.
Nyla!
yeah, Literature Sim is a Simance.
Aha.
Hello, hello.
Nyla, when you first joined, your profile picture is you taking a picture, and I genuinely thought it was you pointing the camera at the screen at the very beginning.
I said that last month.
Did I?
I don't know.
I wasn't here last month, but
someone said that to me
last
before.
month.
hey, wow, everyone was over on Marcus's. I guess.
Yeah. Obviously.
You didn't get a notification. I'm supposed to get notifications now when he goes live.
Do you have the app?
I do.
Oh,
Real Irish there for a second, James.
I'm Irish.
Yeah. I'm supposed to get the notifications.
wow.
You know, he sounded really southern earlier when he said something too. Maybe he's just got all the accents going on today.
I can't do it when I try.
Well.
Wait, who just said hello, bearded man? Because that's the only person here who's bearded is me. Oh,
Join.
there's a Marcus.
Hi.
Hello. Marcus, you made it.
Oh wow, this is
It's
even
been
better.
so long.
Everybody's here. Let me mute my dang things.
It's been so long since we've seen your face, Marcus.
Oh my god,
What does it
so
look
long.
like?
It's been so long since I've seen any of your faces. How are you? Man,
true.
this is the real shortcoming of Twitch, that you guys can't just be like this in the bottom background of the game too.
That'd be hilarious.
You should make a new site that does that, incorporates those features.
Oh
Wow.
yeah, absolutely I should and will, with all of my coding experience. Web code, I guess. I know HTML-ish.
Yeah, I wouldn't know where to start either.
Yeah, I have a friend who's a coder, but I think I would confuse him by explaining the concept.
We have many coders in the community. It's fine.
Yeah.
This is true.
I just want to be able to say hi to you guys in person with faces. While I'm
Nice top, Robbie.
Nice shirt.
There's a lot more people here than there were a second ago.
We surprise you.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to my new home. Literally.
Yay! Congratulations.
I'm not going to show you the rest because it's all boxes.
So many boxes.
No,
Is
not,
that
not
wall
that many
actually
boxes.
yellow, or is that just the lighting?
No, it's actually yellow.
Okay.
The Dodie yellow.
Is it Dodie yellow? I don't know. No.
Hey, Rebby, that's a cool shirt.
So late.
What a coincidence that I was wearing this shirt tonight.
Very coincidental.
I wasn't
No,
expecting
it's
to be in a hangout with Marcus tonight.
It's actually not supposed to. Like, I'm sleeping on my couch right now because my mattress isn't coming for like 4 more weeks, but that's okay.
Yikes.
Well, it's not really a couch. It's more like a futon sofa thing. I've been sleeping on this for the past 6 years. It's okay for another 4 more.
Oh, futons are super comfy. I've got one right over there. I love it.
My best friend has the worst futon in the world. It's like when I sleep over at her house, I prefer to sleep on the floor than sleep on that futon. It's so bad.
The last time I slept over my friend's house, I was in a half blown up air mattress because the pump stopped halfway through blowing it up.
Oh
That's
no.
awful.
That is worse than the floor. I would rather sleep on a hardwood floor than on a half-filled air mattress.
Seriously.
It was an interesting experience.
No. But I actually have like enough room now for a sofa and a bed, and I missed having a proper bed, so I will have a complete bed soon. The frame is over there. Mm.
So is your apartment like a studio, or does it have a room?
Well, this is the main room. It's like a one-room apartment. It's like this is like living room, bedroom, everything, and then there is a small bathroom and a small kitchen.
I was in town.
Hi, Tony.
Tony.
This is what hangouts are?
Yeah.
You
Yes.
hang out?
Yes.
All the
Tony, I
fun.
got a haircut. You're not on Snapchat, so you didn't see it.
Oh, you described it to me. It's so pretty. I like how it's asymmetrical.
Well, it's shorter in the back, is what it is.
Yeah, yeah.
Tapered. A tapered lob.
Yeah.
I
Because
just
I've had
remember
this.
when I was 13, I was like, I want to look like Hillary Duff. And they were like, that's called tapered. And I was like, whatever, make it happen. That's exciting. Guys, I was just playing opera for 6 hours.
Wow.
That's a long time.
That's a
It
long
was
time.
awful. But we got pizza, and I took home all the leftovers.
Can I have some?
Yeah, it's
I have ice cream in my refrigerator, but it would be irresponsible to get that out right now, but I want to.
I have like a whole 12 count of Krispy Kreme.
All
Yeah.
I have is like a pack of cucumbers.
But it's 1 a.m. It's 1 a.m. It's not 1
Yeah,
a.m.
Laura,
for you.
Laura, don't eat ice cream at 1 a.m.
Merrily.
what's wrong with ice
That
cream
can be
at 1 a.m.?
breakfast.
It's okay.
That's the best time to
The
eat it.
sugar keeps you awake.
If
Yes.
Greg was here, he would tell you to definitely have the ice cream.
But he's not.
And he would also
Yeah,
tell you to
but
get
we-
cookies with the ice cream.
Exactly. We can say it on his behalf.
I don't have cookies.
Well, you better go out to the store and get some cookies so you can have your ice cream. Because otherwise
What
it would be
would Greg do?
irresponsible.
Yeah, go to the store at 1 a.m.
Yeah,
NBW.
I'm really sad to
GD.
bring it to you, but the store is closed.
Stores closed? God, what is this?
We had a conversation about this, I swear, about
We
how
were literally
in
talking about
America
this
there's like
earlier.
24-hour supermarkets and stuff, but there's not in
Well,
Europe.
they are.
Because Hannah said,
there
what
are-
happens when you have like gaping wounds at 1 a.m.?
We do have
You go to the
stores that are
hospital.
You go to emergency.
My supermarkets are 24 hours a day. I don't know what
Yeah.
supermarket she was going to.
Yeah, but you're the UK. The UK and
Yeah,
Ireland.
You also live in London.
Right. Okay.
You live
Yeah,
in a big
and there
city.
and there. I'm in Berlin. Excuse me.
Oh. Right, sorry.
I have headphones on so that the feedback doesn't make everyone hear everything back and
That
forth.
would be helpful.
So far, has there been feedback? I haven't noticed any feedback.
No, it's not
a
bad.
little bit.
Like you can hear it a little bit, but it's not bad.
Oh, well, that's good. I think I do have headphones though.
Well,
Guys.
there are 24-hour supermarkets, but not down the street and
Look what's for
literally
sale.
right there.
We could paint it blue, and it could be like a Dr.
Or you could paint it green and it could be Marcus's villain time travel machine.
Wow.
How much is it?
awkwardly be between the shelves.
But merrily he changed his lighting, so
Does that mean he's renounced his villainous ways?
yeah, exactly. Someone else has to take the role on.
I mean, there technically are 24-hour supermarket stores, though. They're just not really supermarkets.
See, we don't really have 24-hour supermarkets around where I am, but we have 24-hour Walmarts that have grocery stores
Yeah,
inside of
Walmart.
them.
I mean-
think not all of our grocery stores are 24 hours, but some of them. But we
I
definitely have
think
a
There's
24-hour
there's a
Walmart.
bodega down the street that's probably open and that probably sells cookies, but like
I think we have a 24-hour Albertsons here, which is like a grocery store, but
We just have 24-hour Shoppers Drug Marts, which started out just selling, prescription drugs and now sell everything. So
Okay. I interpreted drug mart very differently.
No.
That's 24 hours as well, Merrily.
Yeah,
Yep.
probably.
the one thing I don't understand about city life is parking. Like, there's so many different types of parking, and it just doesn't make sense.
Just don't use a car. Public transport is a thing.
But
yeah,
have you-
this is the
Sometimes
European
it's
talking.
bad.
This is the European
Have you-
talking.
I was gonna say, have you ever tried to use public transportation here? Like, it's a lot better than where I used to live, but it's still not great.
One of my friends moved here to start her PhD, and she went to college in the UK. She's from Malaysia, and she was like, "Yeah, I got here, and I planned on like just using public transport for a couple of years, and then getting a car. And in like the first 2 days, I was like, nah, I need to buy a car now." So that should tell you something about our public transportation system. here.
Basically, 1/4 of the reasons I don't really want to do anything study abroad in the US.
We have like a like a bus system, but that's like it.
Yeah. And the
It's
bus
sad
system
'cause
is very
Vancouver-
expensive.
Our bus
Vancouver
systems are free.
theoretically has one of the best
Yeah,
transit systems in North
Ours is
America,
completely
so-
free, actually.
I wish ours was completely free. They just raised the prices like $5 a bus ride. Like, I can't afford that.
What?
Weird. You can just hop
Ooh.
on whenever and hop off whenever. It's
I've
kind of nice in that
never
respect.
used public transportation, and if I got on a bus, you could tell me it cost 50 cents, you could tell me it cost $30, and I would believe you because I have honestly no idea how much our public transportation system costs.
I took a bus up to New York, and that was a lot easier than driving because it's like a 3-hour trip, and I don't want to drive in New York ever in my life. So that was really nice.
I completely avoid parking in like downtown anywhere because like I don't understand like customer parking, and then there's like residential parking, and then there's like
Well, residential
there's a-
parking is only for residents.
I know, but like it doesn't make sense. And then there's like
It's not.
24-hour parking and shit like that. It's just confusing.
Here's the
best
thing.
parking.
I don't mind parking in cities because I'm very, very good at parallel parking. That's about it. That's the only reason I feel comfortable parking in cities because I know
Yeah,
if I
but
can
that
find
doesn't
street
really
parking-
help you. But that doesn't really help you if you're not allowed to park
Yeah,
on the side
but
of the street
most
anyway.
everywhere I go, they'll have some street parking. Or if
I
I'm
don't
going to be there for like 7 hours, I don't mind paying $5 for parking.
Now
Which
that
is
I've
usually
moved,
the case.
now that
See,
I've
I live
moved,
in,
I really don't need a lot of time to get anywhere.
That's nice.
I live like
Connection-
actually on the line of Baltimore City. So I'm in Baltimore City all the time. And they either have a parking garage that is very expensive or they have these like really sketchy parking lots that are basically gravel, have lines like painted on with like acrylic paint. And when you park there, like a person will come up to your car and they're like, "Here, give me $5," and they give you a ticket to put on your car. They're really sketchy, but like they're legal and there. That's what I usually use.
I used to live very close to a theme park, an amusement park, and parking along there. It's residential parking in the nearby areas, or you actually go in, you pay a fairly substantial amount to park in the actual parking that they have there. But there would always be, every single time there was some kind of event there would always be just people that lived in the houses there, just out on the street, sitting in a chair with like a sign that says parking, and then you pay them, like they will pay you, or they will take money to put a little note on your car that says that you are connected to their house, kind of thing.
Yeah, we have we have the state fair every year in Raleigh, and it's like really big. It's like 20 minutes from me, but all of the residents, and they have a ton of parking, but some of it's free, some of it's not. But all of the residents who live like anywhere around will be like, "Park in my yard for $5."
I mean, that's just the smart thing to do.
Yeah.
And your residence is going to be invaded by hundreds, like 150,000 people. No, it's more than that. I don't remember.
So
A
you
lot of
should
people for
profit
like
from
10
it.
days every year. You make bank.
Gotta
Here,
do what you gotta do.
here they have so many parking rules. Sorry, I closed my MacBook and like it disconnected me, so I'm
Oh.
still on parking. I don't know if we've moved on from that.
Yeah. I'm now
Well-
looking up how many people visit our fair though because I'm curious. I should know that.
Parking is important. I don't know. I don't know what they are.
I've never been to a fair here, so I couldn't tell you what a fair is like here.
Our fair is awesome.
Ours is fairly good, but you know.
Our fair back home has like 5 rides tops. It's more like demolition derby.
The thing I learned about
I
Irish
can't count how many we have. It's a lot.
the thing I learned about Irish people while being in Ireland is that they can't do fairs. Like I drove past a winter harvest Christmas. I don't even know what it was supposed to be, but it looked very sad.
Okay, the total attendance for our state fair last year, which was in October, was just over 1 million people.
Whoa!
In the 10-day fair.
That is more people than our entire state. So, wow.
Wow. Yeah, it's a
pretty
big
big, but I
tourist
don't think it's that
attraction.
big.
It's like a fourth of the city.
I like it because it's like we have a lot of rides, but we also have like a bajillion exhibits and tons of food. So like you can like a lot of different things and still enjoy the fair.
Do you have a biggest vegetable competition?
Oh yes, I think
Oh
I
my
have
God.
photos on my Instagram.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I think
Awesome.
the record this past fall was the winner was like over 1,000 pounds.
Okay, somebody has a lot of
James, what are you
background noise.
doing?
I'm not sure.
What are you doing, James? It's really loud.
Me?
Yeah, there's like TV in the background or something. Hey, it's
Better. I think Natalie's listening to a podcast in the other room.
Oh, hi, Tony.
I'm putting on my to-do list right now. Listen to Josh's podcast, because then I won't forget.
Josh.
Josh. Yeah.
I bought a $300 TV for my room from my friend for $70, and I got all the way up to my room and went to plug it in and went, "Oh, the power cable's missing."
Oh.
So now I just have a TV but no power cable, and he's trying to find the power cable.
Wait, where did you
Use
buy
a
it
fairly
from?
standard one.
Where did you get it from?
It's a 19-watt like circular. Just some kid at college. I just bought it from him because he's like,
Okay.
I was gonna use like the Facebook group, like the online Facebook selling group, to go buy a TV, but I was like, oh, I don't want to do that. That's creepy. So I just
That's
bought
the
it
most
from him.
you story I've ever heard.
Look up the TV type in, put the cord into Amazon, and they have everything.
Yeah, it's like a 19-watt TV plug.
Hey, Revy.
Yeah.
Guess what? So, next year, there's an opportunity with my school to study music in Vienna, and like 2 hours from you.
Yeah, that's really close.
That'd be so cool. I could
You're
just.
gonna do it.
I want to. It's only a month, which is like, because I don't want to be.
Vienna is amazing.
Yeah.
It's so pretty.
You're moving.
Yeah.
Vienna is
should
really,
totally
really
do it.
pretty, and they have good food.
Really? They have good food? Tell me more. That's the main.
I don't know. Okay, first question: Are you vegetarian or vegan? Because that would limit things down.
No, I mean, I'm not a huge fan of meat, but like, if it's really good, I'll eat it.
They have really, really good food. Oh god, I don't even know how to. It's just. Well, you probably know Apfelstrudel, but you haven't eaten Apfelstrudel, Austrian
Right.
strudel, 'cause
Apple pie.
that's where it's from. They know how to make that. No, it's not a pie.
Well, that's the closest I could get with like explaining.
That
like,
sounds
yeah. It's like
People in the comments are worried that Marcus might be dead now.
She killed him.
Oh no!
Also, Literature Sim says, someone tell Tony that I say hi and that she's a good human.
Aw. In all caps.
Oh no.
Yeah, I wanted to ask Tony when her next.
I didn't know there was a comment. Did you draw that?
Oh yeah, that was from the stream.
That's great.
Oh, is that magic alligator bus?
Yeah.
Whatever it is. Right on the magic crocodile bus.
Wow.
There's a chat here too.
What?
I mean, Hungarian food is also pretty good. I'm now on the Wikipedia article for Austrian.
Where's the best spot? Is that close to Vienna?
Oh, hey, Marcus.
Yeah.
If you open the YouTube link that got sent to you, sort of, there's a chat on there, and that's where most of the people are talking.
Oh.
I don't understand.
What?
I know.
I found the plugin online, and the plugin itself is worth more than I paid for the TV.
Found it.
Oh.
Ah.
Oh, I see
Tony,
it.
you asked.
Thanks.
Tony, you were asking something, but it got kind of scrambled up. You
Oh,
asked if some-
where's the best chocolate? Is that?
That's Belgium. Best chocolate is Belgium, but Austria is a very good marzipan.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah.
But okay, I think this is doable. Excuse you.
Stop trying to breathe. I'm busy here.
Tony, where did you get your sweater?
I got this at Goodwill yesterday. It smells like old lady, and it's the greatest thing I own.
I have this giant, hideous brown sweater that my sister got me from Goodwill.
Did this remind you of you?
No, well, that's pretty. Mine's ugly, but it's the coziest thing. But I was wearing it last winter, and I scared the 2-year-old I watched with it. I mean, I didn't scare him until I was taking it off, and so it went over my head and it freaked him out. It's very cozy.
You can go to Goodwill with $15 and leave with a cart full. It's crazy.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Yeah. We
Okay.
have a lot of different thrift stores here, not just Goodwill, just other ones.
I try to stay away from Goodwill as a thrift store because they underpay their employees and they don't do too much for charity, which is what they're supposed to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
So I try to go to other thrift stores, we have a Savers and stuff like that.
We have a local one called the Durham Rescue Mission that they have, I think, 2 stores now, or maybe 3. But one of them is huge because it's in this old gym, and that's where I found, if y'all who are in the Snapchat remember from back in December, those weird mugs, one with the recipe.
Oh
German
yeah, with
on it.
recipes on them.
Yeah. I found those for $1 a piece at that thrift store. It was awesome.
Interesting. No,
And the person who ended
I
up with
think
that white elephant really liked it.
I think I've explained this dish before.
The liver
In
dumpling
German, it's
soup?
called.
Oh,
No.
never mind.
It's no, that was the dish on the the
That
liver
was,
dumpling soup
yeah.
was on the mug. No, in German it's called Kaiserschmarrn, and it's really hard to describe. The best thing I can think of is if you scrambled a pancake, a really thick pancake.
I'm interested.
Has raisins in them, and it gets dusted with powdered
it's fine
sugar.
without the raisins.
Yeah, it's fine without the raisins. So basically, really thick pancake. It gets scrambled. You put powdered sugar on it, and you serve it either with raspberries or cranberries or something like that, and it's
Or
great.
jam.
That
I
sounds
do it with jam.
amazing.
Yeah, I just thought about that dish the other day, and I was like, "Oh, I haven't had it in a
And-
long time. And I want it."
Basically, what you guys know is a toaster strudel, but in a good thing. It's puff pastry filled with apples.
Ooh.
A pie of some sort, like an apple pie, but like one of the smaller like apple pies.
No, it's not a pie. It's like a puff pastry rectangle that's filled with apple and cinnamon.
Don't we call that apple pie though? Like one of those smaller apple pies?
No, puff pastry is different. If you watch the Great British Bake Off, you would know this.
True. Very true.
I love that show. It makes people so mad because like there was literally an episode where they're like, you know what, you guys worked your hardest today. I don't think anyone should go home. Everyone's like, yay!
I know, that's why I love it. They're so nice.
Yeah.
And American shows that are like death and murder, betrayal.
It's the best because it's a competition, but everybody's still so nice to each other. Like I was really skeptical about this new season with the new host, but I really like Noel Fielding. So
I didn't watch the
Is it good? I haven't watched it yet.
I think it's not the same, but it's decent. And I I do really like Noel Fielding, so that's a thing.
Nyla, are you drinking a Capri Sun?
Yes, I am. No product placement.
Marcus and I were both just like. That's amazing. What flavor is it?
Orange.
Did Capri Sun come in other?
Yeah, I was gonna say. Are there any other flavors? Blackcurrant,
cherry, black cherry,
tropical punch, I think.
Yeah, tropical
I've
punch.
only ever had it in orange. I feel like I would enjoy the cherry one a lot.
Great.
I love the cherry.
I don't think I've ever
Are you
had
joking?
an orange.
I've only ever had orange or ever seen orange in my entire life.
We usually get the like strawberry kiwi ones.
Oh yeah,
strawberry kiwi.
Yeah, Americans have really different Capri Suns than we have.
Strawberry kiwi is like the most normal Capri Sun.
What?
No,
that's one of the like standard flavors.
What?
Yeah.
They make an adult Capri Sun now. It's like a gallon of Capri Sun.
No.
It's great.
Because it's less wasteful than the adults who buy like the little juice boxes and then like
You guys, there are 67 flavors of Capri Sun.
What the hell?
They are not here. They're
all listed
definitely not
on
here.
the Capri Sun Wikipedia page if you're interested.
Can you?
Are they all
I'm
current flavors though, or are they like special
Dude,
flavors?
those are not available here.
Some of them are not available. The bold ones on the Wikipedia page are the current flavors.
Is there like a
I'm promising
like a what really?
Well, he was just. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, but there's like the
misunderstood.
Wikipedia page. But is there like for video games? There's like a wiki that has like all
a wiki. Is there
I
a
doubt
wiki?
there's a Capri Sun wiki.
It's the internet. You never know.
Mango.
Oh, Pacific Cooler. That's one that we
If there's it's swear to God, if there's a Capri Sun Wikipedia and it's organized better than the Michael Aranda Wikipedia, then I'm gonna be disappointed.
There's a Mystic Dragon Capri Sun. I need to try that.
Elven
promising you those are
Elven Trank Fairy Drink.
There are 7 flavors that are unique to the United Kingdom. So Nyla's the
Ooh,
only one that
like
could
what?
have those.
Wait, where?
Blackcurrant, summer berries, apple and blackcurrant, apple and cherry, mango and safari fruits.
It also says we have mango in the US.
Very decent when we had mango.
Oh my goodness.
I don't think I've ever seen any other than orange and tropical punch and cherry. Oh, and I think they had like unicorn.
Unicorn.
Everything has unicorn.
No, what is Mystic Dragon?
Yeah, there's Elfin Trank Fairy Drink.
That sounds so
It's a German thing.
great.
No, I don't know. There was this really weird phase last year where like everything was unicorn. I don't know why. Like there was like unicorn.
It was that way here too. Don't worry. It was like unicorn, like frappe. I mean, like frappuccinos or whatever.
Fault. They started it, and then everyone else was like, "Shit."
Everyone else just like jumped on the bandwagon. Yeah.
And I don't know why. Like I went shopping and there was like unicorn powdered chocolate and it was like strawberry vanilla. Like, what does strawberry vanilla have to do with unicorns? Why are unicorns pink?
Because they're just colored. That's all.
So Mystic Dragon flavor is dragon fruit, banana, strawberry, and apple.
That sounds nice.
Okay, now I need to know where it's like.
I don't think they sell it anymore. It looks like it's discontinued.
It's not in bold.
I'm just gonna mute. I'm still trying to put my room back together, and I'm like dropping things.
Oh. What happened to your room?
I just moved back to college.
Oh, right, that.
Yeah, like I got back yesterday and I almost died on the roads. It was great.
I went to get my hair cut today, and we had like a foot of snow on Wednesday, which is crazy for North Carolina. And the tiny bit of snow that was still on the road, some places was not the hazard. The hazard was the people driving like 30 miles an hour when it's a 45 zone.
So I don't understand what's wrong with this side of Montana, but it's raining in January.
Yep.
That's gonna cause a lot of ice.
You would be very confused in Vancouver, let me tell you.
I was hydroplaning on the highway and it was 30 degrees out. I couldn't understand that because at home we had 4 feet of snow and it was negative 20. So like, why is it raining here? It's not supposed to rain in Montana.
Does 30 Fahrenheit correlate to in Celsius?
I think just under 0. I think.
Yeah, like -1 maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's colder than Vancouver right now, which I'll remind you is in Canada, which is stereotypically known for being really cold.
Berlin winter is horrible. We've had snow on and off for the last couple of days, but it's like it is snowing and it looks really pretty, but as soon as it hits the ground, it melts and everything's just gray and cold and wet and uncomfortable. And it's going to stay this way until about April.
I hate the winter.
See,
I'm
Maryland
looking
is
at the
very.
10-day forecast. Oh, I'll let you go first.
It's like it's right in the middle of the country. So it gets really cold, really hot, and then it rains in the winter as well, and it gets really cold in the summer as well. It's just like all over the place.
In Maryland,
Yeah.
is that one of the areas that there's the threat of snow and everyone panics?
Yes, it is where literally they say we're closing schools because there is a little dusting on the ground and everybody buys all of the milk and the bread from the stores.
I'm surprised that happens that far north. I mean, yeah.
We get snow like 3 times a week and people will still go and get 4 gallons of milk for that whole week. And I don't understand it.
Our 10-day weather forecast is just cloudy, 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 cloudy. And the high for the next 10 days is 3 degrees Celsius and the low is -8.
That sounds doable.
Well, yeah, it's just still, it's like, why can't it just snow and be cold?
But like, why do people buy? But why do people? Why do people buy milk in preparation of?
I don't know, Laura. I have been questioning this my entire life. I don't understand why before a storm you buy the one thing that spoils before everything else.
Right. That's what, like when your power goes out, you can't. Right, you get like canned soup and stuff like that.
This secret super adult knowledge that milk is actually like the best way of protecting against like all these weird things.
I would understand when I was older, but no.
I literally,
I was just like,
in my first,
like I get
all the milk.
Like I totally get like buying in bulk before a storm, but why milk? Like that's not really necessary for survival.
You can get long life milk. What about the cats, Laura? It's essential for the cats.
No, don't give cats milk. Actually, no.
Gotta stockpile non-perishables like Doritos.
Yeah, I went to the grocery store. So it was supposed to snow Wednesday, and it did. So I went to the grocery store after work on Tuesday. And granted, I went to the grocery store Monday too, and I got like my real like week's worth of food. But then I was like, it's gonna snow. Let me go and get cake and chips and a block of cheese. That's what I bought at the grocery store. That's crowded with people buying like milk and bread. I was like, I'm gonna be stuck at home. I want cake.
My friend had a really bad night right before it was supposed to be a snowstorm the next day, but she had a really bad evening the night before, and she was like, "Can we just go get ice cream?" And the only place open because it was like 1 a.m. was Walmart. get ice cream, and there was people filling their carts up with so much food, and this one lady had like 4 gallons of milk in her cart. I was like, it's not supposed to be that snowy. You're not getting snowed in for the next month. You're getting snowed in probably for 2 hours.
Yeah.
People do realize that if it's snowing, they can still go outside. Like, it's not gonna kill them.
Like, some people don't, though. Like, it's a real thing. I've seen it.
Oh no, there's that one video my friend sends me every single. I have a friend who lives in Syracuse, and she sends it to me every winter. I have to find it.
Well, we had ice the other night where it was raining, but it was really cold at the same time. So as soon as the rain hit the ground, it just froze all the streets. So it was just like a whole sheet of ice.
Yeah, that's the worst. That's the actual worst.
Okay, I put it in the
Things
chat
are
if anyone
also
cares to
annoying.
watch that 1-minute video.
I'm watching this video now.
What is it,
In
Mary?
Ireland,
Wait, what?
Irish
It's
people don't care
my
about the winter.
Syracuse 5 feet of snow person who likes to make fun of the South for not having. But it's true. It's true. These are how people act.
Oh, should I screen share it with my sound on just so that everybody knows?
No. No.
Good idea.
It's a minute long.
He has
Still.
wild eyes.
His eyes, he just looks insane.
I'm sure there are dead bodies just thrown across the streets of Central Mississippi right now. I don't know what we're going to do, but we're taking up. We're afraid from which snow just
Now I'm watching.
This is amazing.
I don't know how we're going to make it. I'm sure that people are just horrified at this white. We're not.
Wow.
Bushcraft materials. Pray for our survival.
Pray for our survival.
My phone. Google keeps telling me that the last bus home is like going in a second. Google, I'm home.
My sister and I went to a concert last year sometime, and her Ticketmaster app kept reminding her like every 15 minutes of this concert that was happening that she was at. They're like, the third day concert's happening right now. Are you there? Every 15 minutes. She couldn't turn it off.
They just pull you up. You don't know if your house is haunted or not. Say your house is haunted.
It's raining. Is it raining right now? I hear rain.
Is it raining? Is there going to be a thunderstorm? Is Marcus going to be so happy?
Oh, it's not raining. There was a thunderstorm like the day before Christmas.
It was the night before Christmas, and there was a thunderstorm.
There was a thunderstorm.
I'm trying to tell Google. I'm trying to tell Google.
So my roommate's like moving out.
Oh, it's Amanda.
He's getting his own apartment, and so like I'm getting my own room to myself.
Ooh.
And so I have so many plans for this place. Like, I'm
so
excited. I'm so excited.
Watch you get a roommate pushed on you by.
I'm not. No, I'm gonna take this room as a double as a single. I'm just gonna pay the extra $400.
All right, that works.
Like that.
So, are you going to
Marcus will
disassemble the
knowing.
furniture and make new ones?
Now he's angelic. He's gone to villainous to angelic.
Werewolves are not supposed to glow.
Plot twist. He's a vampire.
Twist. Oh
He's a vampire all along.
But he's not
my
sparkly.
goodness.
Marcus
Where's
does
the
seem like a
sparkle?
very vampire name.
Oh no!
vampire
Why is
name.
Marcus a? Oh,
I'm trying to think of if there was somebody in the Twilight series called Marcus.
I don't think
I don't
so.
think so.
Nyla, did the Arandanaut fanfic seep into reality a bit?
It literally, okay, like, at the beginning of this, I literally felt like I was, like, living inside of it for a little bit, and I wanted to express that, but I also didn't want to be weird, so I didn't say anything.
Oh,
but it did feel like it.
I still haven't read all of them.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to the last one because I tried to open it on my phone and it won't work on my phone, and I keep forgetting to open it on my laptop. I'll put that on my to-do list.
Apparently I'm in the last one, but I still haven't done my phone.
I was in the last one.
Everybody have a good night.
Where are you going, Tony?
Bye, Tony.
My sister moved into her apartment. 'Cause that's what you do when you love someone very much. Anyway, have a good day, guys.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye, Tony.
Bye. Bye.
I got 2 seconds of Tony. That's
I'll
it.
see you guys at the restaurant afterwards. Yeah. Yes.
Sounds good.
We're here.
So what have I missed?
Everything. The world ended.
No.
We are now all locked in Minecraft.
We talked
Or is that
about
just
parking
me? That might just be me.
and Capri Suns and snow.
So my life as a teacher. Everything.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Like I got a teacher of the month parking space. There are Capri Suns in the closet at my job. And what was the other thing?
Snow.
Oh.
Snow.
What was it? Snow? Oh, snow days. Oh my goodness, I love them.
Is a teacher of the month parking space a real thing?
I have it. That is the only perk I got for being teacher of the month.
What does that mean?
That's so sad.
What is happening?
It's the closest parking spot to the building. The only other people that get to park closer are the pregnant people. That's it.
That makes sense.
The people with the children, they get to park closer. That's it.
It's a school. They all have children.
Marcus, are you doing another yoga pose?
Are you like on the floor? Is my question.
Yeah. It's on a bed chair.
Team floor.
Oh, okay. So you're not completely on the floor, but you're near it.
Yeah.
I was just like, I thought you were just like sitting on the floor. I was like, that has to be.
It's normal. It is normal to sit on the floor. It is perfectly acceptable.
I always sit on the floor.
Well, the floor in my room is like,
I never sit in the floor in my room, but I always sit in the floor in like a living room. In anyone's living room, I'd rather just sit on the floor.
I don't know. I haven't been in this
all the time.
My
parents think it's
human to get up easily from the floor, so I try to avoid sitting on the floor.
Well, James, you're a giant. Of course, it'd be difficult.
Yes, it's a long way up.
I sit on the floor in the kitchen a lot, and my parents think that's really weird when they come in and I'm sitting on the kitchen floor.
No, I tend to sit at house parties. I usually end up sitting on like the kitchen or living room floor, and people always look at me weird, like, "Are you okay down there?"
But what's wrong
But that
with
happens
you?
so often. Like I feel like that happens all the time to me.
I'm not doing a live stream. Hang on.
I'm also not doing a live stream.
I mean,
well, actually, we are doing a live stream. Sorry, I just had to be edgy.
No, I just haven't turned on the light.
We are technically.
I haven't been looking in the chat for a little while, and I look back at chat and I just see, use your magical beard to float yourself.
Hey Nate, how are you?
Marcus, technically you are a live stream.
Who said that? Nyla did.
I did. Me, Nyla. Hello, how are you?
Good. Oh wow, Nyla. Wow.
How does it feel for this to be two-way instead of one-way?
I know.
You get to communicate for like the first time.
Oh my goodness. Nate, did you see your Christmas card from me?
Christmas card. Yes.
Did I?
Yes. It's the. Let me go get it.
I must have. Although
He's hidden it.
this must get confusing at times if everybody's trying to talk. Oh, hey, light.
No, it's okay. We've been doing
I think
for
this
more
is like the most people that we've had in a really long time.
In a while, at least.
A while,
A
definitely.
few
I don't think it's
months.
the most people ever.
We've maxed this place up before quite a few times.
Especially in the early days.
But
Yeah.
we've been getting pretty good at it. We've got practice.
I'm just here changing the light color in my room because I'm obsessed with it.
Why didn't you
Look at
show
this.
us?
The fancy lights.
Yeah, I ponied up for like some Philips Hue bulbs.
Aren't they really
Those are
expensive?
I bought one today for $50. It's just a light bulb.
Oh gosh.
I mean, it's not just a light bulb. It's got a bunch of LEDs in it. But
It's an experience.
Oh yeah, it like changes colors, but that's about it.
I mean, I assume it's done with LEDs, which means that you really just need an RGB LED setup, some way of increasing the brightness.
Well, you just need.
I don't know how I feel like the individual components are also expensive, but not $50 expensive.
No, but you'd also have to deal with the protocol. Like you have to. It has to talk with the server.
What are you doing with the bush? I'm trying to hide a key. I actually locked myself out the other day.
Oh no.
Done that. I moved into my dorm room and I took a picture of being back in my dorm room and I closed the door and locked myself out and had to go get a key.
Boom.
Didn't that happen last semester too?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I've been locked out of my dorm room multiple times. I'm literally writing a piece of paper on the door that says, "Do you have your key card?" Because I've locked myself out so many times.
My biggest fear, like I have 3 keys to my apartment. One is mine, one my dad has, and he wanted to give a third one to my mom, but I was like, no, please give the third one to the janitor, because like there are 32 apartments in this building. I don't know my neighbors. I do know the janitor, and if I do lock myself out, I don't want you to have to drive all the way across town to give me the key. And I know it's going to happen at some point.
Interesting. Do you trust your janitor?
My dad is his boss, so yeah.
Wow.
Wait, so why don't you give your dad your key card?
Because then he doesn't have to drive all the way across town. Keep up.
He has one.
But surely his office is closer if he's the boss of the janitor?
Not quite.
Okay.
Well,
you understand my logic?
There are a lot of times where he's near, but like not when he's not at work. He's on the other side of town, which is a considerable amount of time for me not to risk that. Lamp, mostly because it has a string that you can pull and then it goes on and off.
I bought a lamp today too.
Like, I mean, it's useful, but mostly I bought it because it has a string.
I bought my lamp.
My lamps usually come with no strings attached, but. Thank you, Nyla.
Wait, what was that other joke that you cracked like half an hour ago, but no one reacted to?
We were talking about like fairgrounds and stuff, and I said, I mean, that seems fair. Or it was fairly good, or something along those lines, and no one reacted, and I was like, okay.
But I shook my head at you.
Okay. See, I can only see that if you happen to have made noise most recently.
Okay, fine.
I got
also,
special lights.
Because you guys are actually all over here for me, because I'm playing Minecraft while being in this.
Wow, multitasking.
Someone hacked my Minecraft account and stole it for the 3rd time, so I am waiting to get my Minecraft account back.
I have had a Minecraft account since 2010, and it has never been hacked.
Mine has been hacked and sold at least 3 times.
Is that even like what happened?
Sold?
Yeah, people sell my account.
Is there a Minecraft black market?
Yes, there actually is.
Wow.
Isn't that really sad?
That's so weird.
You need like 30 numbers in your password.
Well, no, it doesn't matter about my password. So whenever you buy a Minecraft account, you get something called the transaction ID. And back in the old days, before Minecraft was really popular, the transaction ID was handled by another company. And so someone this time stole my personal information by using leaking websites and went and emailed that website and asked them for my ID and then took my ID and took my account away from me.
And they just gave him?
Yeah, they just gave it to him because they had my information.
Whoa. Oh.
And so now I'm waiting to get my account back again. Someone bought my account for $500.
Wow.
Oh yeah, because you have all the weird like
tapes and stuff. Yeah,
from Minecon.
Oh
yeah. I need to find where Manders lives, by the way.
You need to what?
Me?
I need to find where Manders lives.
That's me.
Is that you?
That's me.
Oh, well, I have a present for you.
I have 2 homes. Okay, so I have one in Admiral and
oh my goodness gracious.
Lingo's village. And I also have a hobbit. I have a hobbit home.
Fall over?
What just happened?
It wasn't even to enter. It was just.
Oh wait, I think I know where your hobbit home is.
Yeah, it's right next to like the farm and the auto fish and the enchanting table at spawn.
Yes.
Okay,
What's happening?
To the enchanting table.
It's just Marcus being Marcus.
Okay.
Did you just fall on the
I
floor?
go to get dinner and everything's.
Marilee, what does your blanket say?
So, Amanda, I'm gonna put your present in your large chest with the clay.
Okay.
It's you
Avengers.
Oh, that's the Avengers logo.
Yeah, that's the Avengers logo.
I was about to say, it looks like the Avengers logo.
It's well, I mean, you're seeing it backwards because my webcam, but it's for UNC, for as in the college, as in my favorite.
Okay.
Are you saying it's not the Avengers logo?
It's not the Avengers logo, believe it or not.
Okay, hold on. Pull that up again.
Pretzel.
I need to compare it to the actual Avengers logo.
Well, that was my thought too, James.
You could Google UNC logo.
Oh no, I don't see any Avengers
Okay,
logo.
no, I
do
see more of it
NC.
now. But
Yeah,
like,
okay.
that is
No, it
still
doesn't.
weirdly similar to the Avengers logo.
It's an N inside a C,
Making a pretzel.
and then the rest of it says Carolina. I think over
Sweet.
and
Okay,
over
see,
again.
when I compare the 2 images normally, it looks nothing alike. But your blanket looks like the Avengers logo.
Weird. Yeah.
Yeah, it was probably the way I was holding it.
Marcus, your face suggests you've lost the card.
No. Tony just cleaned the apartment, and I can't.
Oh my
find
goodness, you lost it. It's in the bin. It's not proper.
It's down the
Oh my god.
It's like a
Tony's
malice.
box. And then she gave it to me, and then it was here. So she cleaned, so she would know better than that.
What about my postcard? Do you have that?
I can't find anything. My desk is all different.
I think the word you're looking for is clean.
Everything except for I moved some of my stuff back over right down there.
Oh my
Clean
goodness.
your own stuff.
Oh my
Fine.
goodness. Everything's lost.
But Nate saw it because I was wearing it like a hat.
Oh, like your sister.
Oh.
Nora did that.
Yes.
Your mum sent
That's
me
a
a
strange way
Snapchat
of
of
putting
Nora wearing it like a crown.
Cool.
Sometimes Goddess sends me very out of context snaps, and I don't get them, but they're always pleasant.
Oh, that's good.
And your mum actually sent me IRL gifts. Did you know?
I
What did she
love
send you?
that.
She sent me
I love the
chocolate and
diner.
dried cherries and a little card with like a family picture on it and a little note, and it was so cute.
I love the Nyla Snapchatting with Marcus's mom.
Right.
So sweet.
It's awesome. I know she bought you chocolate one time, but then accidentally ate it before she could send it, and she felt really
Mhm. She also sent me a picture of that empty box of chocolates. So I thought that was the end. I thought they ate the chocolates, I'm not getting anything else. But after she finished those, she bought more.
Good.
I don't think I have much to, but I'm gonna go look.
I love that that's something that your mom did, Marcus, because that seems like such a Marcus thing to do.
That does seem like something Marcus would do.
That seems like something Marcus would do if he remembered to do it.
Wow, Meredith.
I'm sorry, it was not me. I'm sorry.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
I'm just gonna.
Wow. Yep. You just. Yep.
Okay, I was catching up on the YouTube chat. So I will find the card and I will tweet you about it.
Okay.
So my computer's doing this really weird thing right now where in the chat, you know how everybody on the bottom is like moving and you can watch them or whatever?
Yeah.
Well, every time it goes off of somebody's face onto somebody else who's talking, it freezes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like an icon, but it's whatever they were doing at the last second before it moved off of their face.
Which sometimes ends up being very amusing.
So we need to just do crazy things and be really loud and then stop in a weird pose while someone else starts.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to the Snapchat group because it's great.
My camera's like broken for some reason, so I actually can't use it. I'm not sure why.
Aww.
Just
Or
the
else I
way
would-
you like it.
What? No, I'm being completely serious. It shows the little green dot, but like it's not.
I know, I'm
working.
saying to your advantage. That's how you like it.
How is it to my advantage? I wanted to
Keeping
use
your
it.
mystique. I have no idea what you look like.
No one does.
I do.
Yeah, a lot of people know what I look like.
I know what Scotty Boy looks like.
Yeah.
That's because you've met him.
Yeah,
Unfair
I was gonna say,
advantage.
Met in real life.
My sister just got to Alabama. It's a 14-hour drive back to school, and she left her hairbrush here.
Oh, buy a new one.
I guess she has to come back then.
Too bad hairbrushes are like $2.
Yeah,
Too bad hairbrushes are like one of the most rare resources in America.
Nope, Merly, you're wrong. Nope, she has to drive back. That's it.
Last time she left her special blanket and we had to ship it to her, but they accidentally shipped it to Florida, and then they shipped it back to us, and then we had to ship it to Alabama again.
Wow.
So glad that the minion just got to Michael and didn't have any issues, because if it had any issues, I would have just been like, it's gone. I tried.
What was his reaction? Because I missed it.
It's been
Put it
clear.
this way, he opened the top and just said, "Oh no."
That's believable.
So Giant, that minion is currently just sitting in the hallway at Cinema Studios.
Oh my
That is
goodness.
fantastic. You have no idea how happy that makes me.
Now I know where my money.
Wait,
I'm very glad
what is
my
it?
money went there.
It's a giant minion.
Oh.
It's a very giant minion.
Very giant.
We pooled money.
It's
yeah,
Scott.
It's in both senses. It's a giant.
That's what Scott looks like. Yay!
Yeah, I'm literally just laying on my bed, so.
Yeah, we pooled money together for Giant to buy a giant minion for Michael.
Yeah,
Also,
well, I
for the
didn't
record,
have it.
Nyla
He already
also
had
supported
it.
that, and for some reason, Michael didn't list her name when he was listing the name of people, and I am 99% confident I put it in that note. So
It's okay.
There we go. It's a bit brighter now.
Let's just put it out there that like one of the highlights of the year was Marcus's reaction to Christmas present.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can keep telling people that story. Oh my gosh, I forgot to tell you guys. I was telling that story to someone about like how we got Marcus this Christmas gift, and I explicitly said this was a Christmas gift, and we were talking about it in context of Christmas gifts. And hi, yes, I'm talking to my friends. I'm not usually this loud. But anyway, I was talking to my friends. I was telling the story in the context of Christmas gifts, and one of my friends was like, "So why did you do this? Was he sick? Was this to raise money because he was sick?
Is he alive?"
Who's Marcus? Is he dead?
Hashtag who is Marcus? Did he die? I totally forgot about that. It was so funny. I was
greatest gift I've ever received in my entire life.
And you got the T-shirt.
And I got the T-shirt, and then I ate dinner with the shirt, but I splurged and bought scallops and seared them well. And then I did a good job. I can cook.
I thought for a second you were going to say you ate the shirt.
By hunger. But it was like it feels awkward now eating like a fancy like spring green balsamic vinegar salad and like seared scallops with that shirt, because it's just like look at all this fancy amazing food that I don't need to be eating, that I'm just eating because I'm pampering myself. It's like the ultimate like pat on the back, like, oh, I did a great job helping. Now I think I'll eat rich people food. I need to atone for that photo's existence.
It's weird seeing you not wear green.
Oh, it was weird not wearing green.
But it has green, right?
Yeah.
There's some green in there.
It wasn't
The
close.
logo's green.
Gotta be like.
I realized today that I have to wash my lab coat because apparently my hair is rubbing off more than usual, and the whole back of my neck in my lab coat is blue.
Wow.
And, like, I took it off.
Is your pillow blue?
No.
Really?
Because
my pillow turned blue.
Yeah, I feel like the
when
pillow
I first
was
dyed my
worse
hair, my pillow turned blue.
Usually it only like transfers color if it's wet. So I don't know.
Okay.
When I did my hair in November, whenever I went to dance class, I would start sweating purple.
Yeah, like
wow. I like warned my teachers beforehand. I was like, if you see me start sweating purple, don't freak out.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
like
sweated
when I wear a beanie
blue forever.
If I wear a beanie and like my forehead gets sweaty and my fringe under the beanie is on my forehead, my forehead is at the moment lightly blue. Then
when my friend dyed my hair, he dyed my entire scalp, and so
I remember you messaged me about
we
that.
rubbed acetone on it.
Oh, I still can't believe you did that.
The dye that I used to do this red is different than the dye that I usually use for my hair, and this, well, it's actually Splat, and it runs so much.
I used Splat, that's what I used, and it made a huge mess.
Usually I use Ion, and it doesn't
Is that why it's
run
called
much.
Splat?
Yeah.
Mine didn't. Like, I've used a lot of different kinds of hair dyes, and Splat was, like, by far the least messy. But I use the kind that's for darker hair, the kind that like Abby and Caitlin used.
Oh yeah, I used really dark, and it turned out like purplish blue. But it was only visible if I was in direct sunlight.
I still have purple in my hair. You can't tell in this lighting, but there still is like this part of my hair is still purple.
I re-dyed them last Tuesday, like on the 9th, and I've washed them, I think, like twice, and it's still coming out. Like in like 3-4 more wash, it's gonna be less.
Right after I dyed my hair, I went and jumped in the shower, and my RA was right in the shower next to me, and my water ran into his, and it was just blue, just pitch blue. It freaked him out. It was great.
It looks really nice when I wash my hair in the bathtub.
Like it was an alien.
When I wash my hair back home in the bathtub after I dyed it, it looks like I put a bath bomb in it. A really nice, pretty looking bath bomb.
I'm doing this like electric purple, orange, pink thing next time. Hopefully by next Hangout, my hair will be that color. tired of the red. I don't like. Well, I learned that I wear a lot of warm colors, so when my hair is red, it doesn't work with all my warm clothes. So when I had the blue, it worked with like all my outfits.
I think I'm gonna dye my hair in the next couple weeks because I still have my hair is so thin. I still have a ton of dye from that one bottle I used in November.
I switched over to purple for like about a year, and I bought a couple of red dresses and shirts in that time, which worked really well with purple. But now that I'm back to being blue and turquoise constantly, I can't wear those because it just looks ridiculous wearing a bright red shirt with blue hair.
What I contemplated doing, and I went so far as to cut my hair into how I wanted it to look, was I was going to dye the top. I left the top really long and shaved the sides all the way down. And I was going to bleach the top and dye it bright red, but I decided against it.
Marcus, are your shorts green?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, that's good.
I'm sorry. I'm about to leave to go running with you.
No, I was about to panic because you weren't wearing green.
Don't worry.
But, yeah.
Hey, Marcus, it's like 40 degrees out, so be safe.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to get this focused. This is what I'm attempting to do with my hair.
Like yourself?
Sometime soon. My friend is going to be a hairstylist. Well, specializing in dyes, so she's gonna do it for me.
Okay,
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm excited. So, Marcus, everyone in the chat is saying that if you cut up your shirt and sell the little slips of it, you could atone by selling them for like $10 a piece.
If I cut up my shirt,
Yeah,
like the shirt I got from the donation,
I think so.
and then I sold it for money to give back to the charity.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, because I don't deserve the shirt anymore. I see. Yeah, that makes sense. That's
Glad you were able to figure that out, because it took me a lot longer. I was like, what? Why?
I think, okay, apparently I'm twisting words, so I need it to be explained more then.
I think the initial idea was that you sell the pieces of shirt and then Marcus eats the pieces of shirt.
What?
Yeah, like sponsoring for like when people do a run, but instead of running, we're sponsoring him eating his shirt.
I don't know what my brother and sister are doing, but I just got a Snapchat of one of them hanging over the banister.
Yep, they definitely
So-
look like your siblings.
Yep. So,
There you go.
they're just diving off the banister.
That's wise.
That looks unsafe.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Okay, well, I guess I'll have to eat that shirt for charity.
No.
I'm sorry I had to be gone for portions of this stream. It's time to run, I promised.
Be safe.
All right, Marcus.
Thank you for
Marcus, I have
joining.
something for you since you're about to leave.
Really?
Oh.
It's being a little hard.
Because I always get those at the end of my.
Oh, Marilyn. So good.
And Ravi.
Hey, Ravi made a green heart too because her shirt's green.
Oh, you guys are so much better than I deserve. I love you so much.
Bye. Be safe.
Thanks
I love
for
you all.
joining
Bye,
us.
Marcus.
Have a good run.
Have fun. I'll tell you how it goes next time.
Bye, Marcus.
Bye, Marcus.
Bye.
Now everyone leaves.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm not gonna leave yet. I'm not gonna pretend Marcus was the only reason I was here.
No, but I am gonna leave for a second. I'll be right back, guys.
It's 1 a.m.
You mean 2?
Yeah,
It's only 5 p.m. What are you talking about?
It's 8
o'clock
p.m.
Oh, I should probably sleep soon.
You do look genuinely tired.
BRB.
I need to go get dinner soon, or else I'm not going to be able to get dinner because they close at like 7:30.
My family has been talking to me all yesterday about like how the first thing that you dream in your new flat is like, I don't know, significant somehow, and I'm like, what if I have an awful dream? Great.
Well, then it's not real.
Yeah, it's not like I'm usually superstitious.
Ooh, this barbecue sauce has kick.
I don't know why I
It's
thought that
good.
was funny.
It's just very vinegar based.
I'm making sure.
I'm kind of hoping that my friend finds that plug soon because I really want to set my TV up.
Nyla, are you Snapchatting us?
No, I promise I'm not. I'm trying someone.
I mean, I'm Instagram, y'all. That's not.
I know. I saw. I replied.
Did
I not?
You.
Yeah.
Plug. Follow my Instagram. Dance Mare Dance. Is that my Instagram name? Yeah. Yes, that's my Instagram name.
It should be Meza. How's Jezza?
Jezza got put away for
packed away for
he
you.
was, but he's with all of my other Christmas stuff.
Okay,
that makes him extra special. That I only get to see. And he has Edgar for company.
I keep forgetting that Meza is your new nickname now.
It's not that new.
Nyla's been calling me that for months.
It's new for me because it's just.
This is the first I've heard of it, so.
Well, she mainly does it in like the. Well,
yeah,
you're in the Twitch chat. I don't know.
It's mainly written, hasn't been verbal before. I don't think.
I love the sticker on the back of my MacBook. It's pretty great.
How are you? Oh, you have a clip on.
Yeah, I have a clip on. Remember, the camera in my MacBook isn't working anymore, and I don't know why. Oh, look, NASA.
NASA. I have a lot of stickers in the back of mine, but I don't remember what they are. I do have the Abraham Lincoln blonde stripe one, and I took it to rehearsals last summer, and one of the 13-year-olds was like, "Why does Abraham Lincoln have a banana on his head?" It's not, but you can just delete it.
I like this one. It says, "I'm not." Oh, I just lost my headphones. 1 second. It just fell out of my ear right as I started talking. It says, "I'm not great at advice, but can I interest you in a sarcastic comment?"
That's awesome.
It's my favorite.
This machine kills fascists sticker. That's supposed, but I have nowhere to put it. I've had it for years.
Put it on your
Computer.
laptop.
It's a white sticker. I have a white desktop computer beside my desk, and I don't know where to put.
Do you
the
have
sticker.
any
I've
notebooks
had it for years
that you take notes in? I put
No.
stickers in notebooks sometimes.
Put it on your
Just have
car.
it. So it just sits on my desk.
I put my Cinema Studio sticker on my car, and it hasn't fallen off. It's been there for a few months now.
They have
buy a new car before I decided that I wanted to actually decorate it, rather than just having cars that are hand-me-downs so that I can get by until I get a car for myself.
My car is 19 years old. I can do whatever I want with it because it's basically going to die at any point.
My car is
an adult.
No, but see, you misunderstand me though. My concern is not that I can't do whatever I want with it. My concern is that if I put the sticker on the car,
Oh, you're wasting the sticker.
car very shortly after.
Hmm.
So it's not worth the waste of a good sticker.
I put a gray spa on my car, and that's all I have on it. I was contemplating putting more stickers, but I don't know. My car's too new to do that with.
So tomorrow morning I have to get up at 3:30 in the morning to get ready for work.
Wow.
And then you just don't, and you call in sick. That's how it works.
I can't. I'm a nanny.
You
On a
can't do what?
Sunday?
Who's your nanny?
I can't call in sick. I mean, I can, but it's hard for the parents, especially when they have a flight to Boston in the morning.
I always feel really guilty when I'm sick.
Why
Yeah,
do
me
you
too.
have to get up at 3:30 if you're a nanny?
My nanny mom is in Pittsburgh, and then their dad has a flight to Boston in the morning. At like 5, so he's got to get out of the house and get to his flight.
The family I worked for last winter, the parents traveled a lot, but the family I work for now, the mom works from home. And so like she works, like the kids don't see her all day, but
Well, she's there.
she in case of emergency, it's great. We've never had an emergency, but like she when she's done with work, she's done and she's there. There's no like commuting or anything.
I was actually really mad at the dad that I was with this weekend because I've been with their family while the mom's in Pittsburgh, and the dad worked. So he worked all day Thursday. So I had the kids I put the kids to bed on Thursday. So he got them up and got them to school on Friday. I picked them up from school and I had them until they went to sleep on Friday. And the dad came home really late. And then this morning I went and I got there this morning and I walk in and the little boy is sitting in the living room and he's like, "Oh, I have to go wake up Dad. He said to wake him up when you got here." I was like, "You're never going to see your children, really?" It made me kind of mad because I was like, why do you even have kids if you're not going to see them?
Hey, Laura, I completely forgot that you made this for me, and I just saw it on the wall, and I was like, oh, I remember that.
Aww. Love him. These are the stickers that I haven't stuck on anything. Minus this, I have like a whole little baggie of Cinema Studio stickers because I don't have room on my laptop. But I have this.
I've made like an entire wall of just quotes. There's all quotes from different people and or people here at college, and it just extends the entire length of my board.
That's nice. Oh, you got the twata. I don't know how to pronounce it. The turtles all the way down.
Yeah, I went and saw him.
Mine's right there.
Yeah, I went and saw him.
Oh yeah, because he was at your college.
Yeah, he was right on campus. They
That's
literally
right
they parked the bus literally like outside my dorm. I could look out the window and it was right there.
I haven't quite figured out how I'm going to
pull the footage from when the Tour de Nerd fighting from whatever like Fault in Our Stars came through Vancouver, because there is footage of me like filming Hank and John leaving the building, going through a van, and then turning to my right and being like, "Oh, that's Michael Aranda." Right there. and I kind of like made I don't know, I said something or made a noise of surprise or something, and he turned to the camera and was like, "Oh, hey." to my camera. Like he was right there. That was the first time I ever interacted with Michael. So
Aww. My best friend met Michael. She went to school in Chicago, so when he was doing like brain scoop stuff, she met him at like some meetup. And I asked her about it, and she goes, "He's very tall." It's like all she would say. He's very tall. I mean, he's 6 feet tall, but like
6'1".
6'1". Sorry, I forgot. 6'1".
Wow. Okay, I feel like he doesn't look that tall in the video, which is weird.
In the vlogs, he's holding things from his perspective.
Yeah.
If it was from Caitlin's perspective,
I'm gonna point out that John and Hank are both like 6'3", 6'4", or something.
I didn't expect that, and then like they came into the room and they're super tall.
But you have to remember,
tall.
I didn't get that when I
met them and I didn't process.
I was wondering if this was still.
Wait, what? It's Sunday. Isn't it Saturday?
Hey, look, there's a Nyla.
Saturday.
It is still Saturday, but Shabbat ends while Saturday is still a Saturday, according to.
It's sundown.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yes, it is quite dark now.
Okay,
this is not the sun.
Okay, I
you
was
missed
not aware.
Marcus.
I was not aware.
Yes, but I have seen him in person. And apologies.
I wasn't aware the sun has set in Missoula already.
Oh,
Yes, it's actually surprisingly the same as Israel. This is Nox. Say hello.
Oh my god.
Well, I mean, like, we've got the last few rays of light coming through now, but it's pretty much all but down.
Yeah.
I didn't know Gabby was in Missoula.
Yeah.
Briefly. Very briefly.
Oh.
Not that briefly.
Not that briefly.
Oh, you've been there for a few days.
You're still here for like 3.5 weeks, Gabby.
2 weeks.
So brief.
Yes.
In terms of,
Like, briefly would be like staying for a couple days.
Yeah.
But
in terms of people who come to visit Michael and to work with Michael, a month is briefly.
Right. I'm not visiting. I'm here to like help out, edit vlogs, which I've been doing, and so a couple of weeks of doing that's pretty brief.
It makes it seem like Knoxville is the one talking.
Yeah.
Knoxville is the one. Knoxville is the real editor of the vlogs. There you go.
While Marilee was mentioning... Have I talked about how I'm going to meet Emily Grasley next week?
Yes. That's so
Oh
cool.
my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
God, that's a cute cat.
We had the Women's March today in Missoula.
Yes, I saw pictures.
They had that everywhere.
I briefly drove
everywhere.
past.
And it's Dot with 2 T's, like Todd backwards.
I asked him, Dot. I said Dot should have 2 T's because then it would be like Todd backwards.
I said that like a year ago. But anyway.
1D, and I'm like, I rarely seen that.
Wait, what did he say?
He said that Dot is Todd spelled backwards if you spell Todd with 1D. 1D.
Oh, boring.
But
how would you spell Todd with one direction?
And now this entire thing
Make
has
sure
just
you don't
divulged
make
into watching cats.
We're going to rake all the views if we make this public. Look, cats.
I told myself that I should go to bed by 8, and it's now 8:15, and I still
Go to bed. Go to bed. I love you. Go to bed.
So early. I'm gonna have to take like sleeping meds to get to sleep.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so then do that, and you'll have.
Well, if y'all are still here at 3:30 my time, then I will come and join you.
Why are you getting up so early?
I have to work in the morning at 4:30. 4:30 in the morning, but I'll be getting ready.
Tomorrow's Sunday. Oh, I have to take a math placement test before Monday so I can get into my math class. And I've been avoiding it for 6 months now.
I would avoid it even tomorrow and just not do math. That's my...
Well, the issue is I have to take 7 semesters of math just to pass my major.
Oh,
and
your
that's
major.
That's a math every semester for the rest of my classes.
I didn't even have that many semesters of school.
Yeah, but that's...
Most people have 8.
In most people have 4-year degrees. In Europe, they're 3-year degrees. I don't know what it's like in Canada.
We have 8, and I've already completed 1, so I only have 7 left.
But here's the thing: I was in a program that was it was supposed to be a 2-year program. I took it over 3 years because it was a very intense 2-year program. But there were not so that's 4 semesters total. And there were not 4 semesters of math, despite it being an extremely math-heavy program.
Well, here's the thing, is I'm starting out in geometry because I am terrible at math. So I have to catch up to where all the other students are for my program.
So you're gonna have to take statistics. I hate math, but I love
I have to take stats. I have to take stats. I have to get all the way through the calculus curriculum.
Calculus isn't that bad.
Okay. Let me tell you.
Calculus is okay if you're taught by a teacher that can actually teach it.
Very true.
I went through so many semesters of calculus before actually being able to learn calculus.
I had to take 1 year. Absolutely basic math. It was math concepts. Because as an ed major, that's what they asked you to do. 17 and 118. I wanted to die every moment of being in this class because it was shapes. And which path is the shortest path from point A to point D? And the teacher treated us like we were idiots. And it was absolutely awful because I went from calculus honors.
One of my friends is in calculus 2 honors, and I'm like, yeah, I'm in college algebra. Nice to meet you. And I might not even be able to place into that.
My current stats course is the best because I have to do none of the maths. I only have to program R.
I loved statistics because A, I understood it. But B, it actually, I feel like it was actually helpful in making me understand I feel like I understand statistics. And I feel like that is useful.
If you say statistics, how far did you go?
I just took one college level class.
Oh, I have to take stats and logarithms. That's the other one I have to take.
Oh, logarithms.
Apparently, it's real fun. I don't know from personal experience, but that's what I've heard from people.
You heard what?
SPS stats fun. It's part of stats.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to find my grace card. I need to go eat food.
See, the reason why I hate math is because I think I get it, and then I do 3 problems where I'm like, yeah, this is great. I know how to do this now, and then they're all
wrong. And then the teacher's like, they're all wrong, and you're like, oh,
yeah.
I'm actually not that good at math.
I know, and I was like, but I thought I had it.
I don't really understand US math classes though, because they're structured so differently from what I'm used to.
Yeah, our education system is just great, isn't it?
The new system that they created for elementary kids to learn math is literally the worst.
The Common Core, yeah.
Common Core.
I grew up with Common Core, and I can tell you it's a weird way to learn math.
I just learned by memorizing, the basics.
Okay, I found
schoolers, it's really right now it's just counting.
I was really good with math up until 6th grade, middle school. Once they started adding letters,
oh yeah, see, no, I can't do letters. It just doesn't make sense. Math is numbers, not letters.
They're placeholders. They are placeholders.
I mean, I got it. I
put shapes instead.
It's a mystery.
I don't like shapes.
You could put colors instead. Draw 2 purple.
What I didn't like was physics.
Would be the same.
Physics killed me because it was a lot of math. I like the science, but I don't like math.
I'm nervous. I'm nervous about physics next semester.
I almost went into a biology or environmental science type field, and then I took chemistry in high school, and I had such a bad chemistry teacher. I was like, I can't do this. I can't take chemistry in college. And I know if I go into a science field, they're going to make me take physics, and there's no way I'm going to pass physics.
I have physics. I have to take physics next year, and I'm a little worried because I elected physics off after 10th grade, and it was only after 10th grade that I got pretty good at maths. So
yeah, I'm lucky enough that I don't have to take a physics class. I only have to take a biology this semester, and I'll be fine.
Oh, if you have
that sounds so much worse to me. I hated biology and I'm really good at physics.
See, I love biology, but I hate physics.
I just
don't my major.
So I didn't have to do any math.
You're a what?
Don't piss on my major.
Well, so I got lucky in that I took math. My last 2 math courses in high school, I took at community college as dual enrollment, so it counted as high school credit and as college credit. So I didn't have to take, and I was a dance major, so I didn't have to take math because I had already filled the gen ed requirement for math. I didn't have to take it in college, so that was great. And then I dropped out of college after a year, so everything that all was pointless. But
Well, anyways, guys, I'm going to run to the food zoo and get some food.
The food zoo?
That's our food court. We call it the food zoo.
Okay.
Missoula's Zoo Town.
Okay.
Because it's Missoula, so everything's Zoo Town. Yeah,
Wow.
so it's the food zoo.
Wow.
Yeah, like a lot of people like online don't know that it's actually called Zoo Town. Like that's the nickname for it.
Our nickname is Bull City. Bull City.
But yeah, so I'm gonna run
Raincouver.
Raincouver. That could be Missoula, to be honest. It rains so much here. But anyways,
it rains a lot of places.
Our city's name is too short to give it a nickname.
Yeah,
well, ours is Durham, but it's called Bull City, and it's also called it's spelled sometimes instead of Durham, they spell it Durm because that's how locals say it. Durham. Say it like from here.
Durham.
We don't have a name for our city, but we have a name for the people in our
don't
city.
have a name for your city?
Well, we have Baltimore, but
we're having chicken
crabs.
We're having chicken strips tonight, so literally the food zoo is going to be full of people. They have lines out the door when they have chicken strips.
That sounds like a zoo.
Wow.
But
I was just waiting for the perfect opportunity to make the pun. I was like, it's gonna happen. It's a cafeteria and it's called a zoo. Like, there's gonna be.
It's not the cafeteria that's the zoo. It's the town. It's called Zoo Town.
I know.
So literally, this whole place is just a zoo because it's always crazy here.
Gavi, did you know you were going to a zoo?
Yes. I haven't seen many animals though, so I'm a little disappointed.
You saw
have you not
Homo
seen
sapiens?
Have you not seen any deers? I mean, any deers?
Deer. I've seen dogs. I've seen cats.
Have you seen squirrels?
Literally,
I've seen a squirrel.
Go to campus, you'll see 1 million squirrels, 1 million deer, and like 5 bears. So
I've seen bears. They've all been not real.
Just go to campus and you'll literally see like everything you've ever wanted to see in like 5
real bear, a live bear.
Yes, we actually have one,
including a Scott.
No, you probably won't see me, but we actually have a bear problem. There's a bear that keeps coming down onto like the oval. That's what it's called, like the main area, and like eating stuff and pooping all over everything. But yeah.
Did you know that bear tracks and raccoon tracks are very, very similar? It's just raccoons they're like this big, and then bears are like
quarter, and
this big.
Are like that big.
Okay.
The more you know.
So
Nyla, you're not allowed to fall asleep.
I'll catch you guys in a minute.
Oh, Nyla.
Hi.
I'm not sleepy.
Why not, Giant? Why not?
All right, I actually should go to bed though.
Yes,
I'm never gonna get up in the morning. All right, bye.
Beth, please take care of yourself.
Laura and Rebby, maybe, because it's like 3 a.m. or 2 a.m. for them, whatever.
I'm about to fall asleep.
But
Oh, I didn't even realize Laura was still here.
She's not really.
Definitely about
that's that glowing mass of yellow.
Nick is also a glowing mass of yellow.
Yeah, it's just the light. I don't have any way to change that.
You should get a rave light. I had to explain a disco ball to the 3-year-old at work a few weeks ago. That was an adventure. Whoa. That was blue.
I want to be colors too.
Oh my goodness.
I don't have a way to make my room colors.
Why? Yeah, I'm a little allergic to cats, so they like
Oh yeah.
on me, and I'm like, just like keep your distance from me. But they always try to get in my room.
Just I love you.
Huh?
Laura said it's because they love you.
Yes, apparently.
Brush my teeth now.
Good job, Rebby. Responsible choices.
Have fun practicing oral hygiene.
Wow.
Y'all, it's gonna be 18 degrees Celsius here tomorrow.
Oh my
so
goodness.
pumped.
That's like summer.
It's like
not quite.
fall.
Yeah, spring maybe.
Summer for us is like, I don't know what it is Celsius, but 18 Celsius is 65 Fahrenheit, and summer is like 90 Fahrenheit. Well, that's kind of hot, like 85 Fahrenheit.
Gabby, has your body adjusted to the temperature change?
It's not that bad. I have a vote.
It's a big change, though.
Well, the week I left, Israel was in like the mid to even almost low single digits.
Oh.
There was like a cold spell.
So it was preparing you for Missoula.
Yeah, something like that. And this week there was apparently a big part of the storm that hit Europe, so it also hit Israel. They had like 100-kilometer-hour winds and stuff like that.
Berlin, glad. I was so happy about that. But I had a couple of friends who got stuck in the country because they shut all the national trains down.
Thanks.
So I don't know. It's like the main issue is that everything here is so warm, and then when you go outside, you get slapped in the face by how cold it is outside, and so it's the change. It's like going between the things that's the hardest. Like I'm fine outside, though. I kind of have only one coat, which is huge, and gloves that are huge. So like, I'm either way overdressed or like fine. I've ditched the gloves. Wow, Knoxville is going crazy here. So I've ditched the gloves. So I go with cold hands, but very warm everything else. Okay, I don't want to be colors anymore.
When you get hand warm.
I don't know. I've just been like, oh, my hands are cold because I'm keeping them out of my pockets for too long. Because I asked to scrape the snow off the windshield the other morning because I haven't done that in like ever. I was like, let's do it, and I didn't have gloves on, so in the
Thanks, Ramage.
Towards the end, I was like, yeah, it was like 18 degrees out Fahrenheit, so it was like -7. And I was like, maybe I should have worn my gloves. Suggested I do that.
Yeah.
Right now.
At least Missoula is not too humid, right? I mean, I could be wrong on that. I don't think it's.
I don't know. I think that it's like relatively humid, but everyone here is like, no, it's not humid at all. I don't know. Nick?
I don't know because I've lived in California and here, and there's not much humidity in either of those places.
Okay. Yeah, the only time I've been to California was like the first week of August, one summer, and it like I walked off the plane and I was like, "What is this place?" It's hot, but I'm not drenched in sweat. And then I came home. I came home a week later and I was like, I'm swimming. It's so wet here. I didn't realize air could feel so wet.
I don't know. Like,
I've been to North Carolina, even though the temperature.
Renana is quite humid. It's in a very humid area that I've recently managed to get used to because living there for 2.5 years is like, okay, I guess I'm always kind of a little sticky. Like the humidity there could be like 80%.
Oh.
Yeah.
But I don't know. California's been humid sometimes. LA wasn't particularly humid, but it's not humid.
Now I'm curious as to what the average humidity is, because I don't pay attention.
Okay, Google. Is it going to work while I'm on a Hangout? I guess
probably not.
I'm Googling it.
Oh.
Average humidity in Durham.
Does anyone hear an echo? Alexa, order 7 pounds of cat food.
What?
Well, I'm glad I don't have any of those. The idea of making those voice activated things be able to access payments is
So I think Alexa does that, and it doesn't actually order it; it just places it in your shopping cart.
I think so. Someone I heard that, and then like someone's like, yeah, but the way to circumvent that is then like Alexa purchase shopping or like check out shopping cart or whatever. Then there's actually like some people have it set up to do that.
Mm-hmm. So Google's assistant, if you train it, is very good at rejecting anyone besides your voice, and so that wouldn't work too well with Google Home and whatever, because Google Home like can recognize different people.
Okay, so our average annual humidity is 77%, or almost 78%, but it can get up in the 90s.
What is Vancouver's, out of curiosity, since you're there?
Let's find out.
What's Missoula?
Well, that's USA, so that's not going to tell me anything. Vancouver, Canada. Average humidity. No, I want the average. That's not telling me the average.
Gabby sounds like a little rabbit or something.
When I'm done Googling humidity, remind me to tell you my Canada story.
Okay.
I do not understand this data. Oh my gosh. I just want a number. Give me a number. No. Average for the year, not monthly. This is
Annual average humidities at Canadian cities. Where's Vancouver? Why is Vancouver? Okay, it shows morning humidity and afternoon humidity.
I saw that website, and so that's why I didn't say that, because it didn't have for the whole day.
Yeah.
The average daily humidity for Missoula is 68%, but that's a year round.
I cannot feel like me find this. Oh my gosh.
There's a website called Current Values, and it seems to have like everything.
Yeah, I saw that, but
the daily values are listed to the left of the name of the city, and the morning and afternoon are listed to the left. To the right.
But yeah, that it didn't have it for the Canadian cities though. All year. Okay, the all-year average for humidity for Vancouver is 80%, according to timeanddate.com.
I win.
Found it. You're
horrifying.
You're 2% more humid than North Carolina.
So I just want to read this sentence here. Because I was looking at more stuff. July is historically the driest month in Vancouver, and in fact, Vancouver International Airport recorded no rainfall at all during the whole month of July in 2013, the first time ever in recorded history.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So downtown Vancouver receives about. If you want inches, 45.4 inches or why is it in millimeters? Oh God. Okay. 1,153.1 millimeters annually of rain. However, in North Vancouver, which is just a little bit further, it's technically a separate city, but it's up against the mountains, which is where the clouds all go towards. They receive basically double that. So 95 inches, so 97.5 inches and 2,477 millimeters of rain annually.
Is Nyla asleep?
Yep.
Laura's definitely asleep.
I hum that song to the kids when I put them down for their nap. I hum that song to them. I don't know the words to that song.
It's either just the words lullaby or go to sleep. I don't think there are actually any lyrics.
It's like, no, there are lyrics. I'm going to look it up right now.
But it's Brahms wrote a lullaby. It's just a tune. There's no words. It's like what Beethoven's Ninth Symphony. Does it have lyrics?
Yes.
Yes, it does. It goes bum bum, music, tunes, drums, trumpets. I don't remember the tune to that, but I remember the lyrics clearly. Lullaby and good night.
Amazing, I love it.
Oh no! Oh God! It started playing the song. Okay. Oh, Greg's here. Hi, Greg. Oh gosh. My Canada story. So, I took geography in middle school, and my geography teacher was notoriously like super easy, like the easiest class. I think I got like 150% on a quiz once because she didn't have a cap on extra credit, so we could just be like, "Hey, can I put this down for extra credit?" And she goes, "Sure." So I would just memorize way more than I needed to and get a ton of extra. I'm pretty sure I ended up with over 100% in that class total. Anyway, she was notorious for being very easy. And we would start each class.
Wow, I wasn't gonna say anything, but
no. Continue. No,
Nyla, you broke her.
Nyla, you're grounded. So we would start each class by having a quiz on like whatever, because we learned things like by continent, and so we would go through like the continent, and she would like have the blank map up there, and she would point to places, and you would have to say like what country it was. And we did like, obviously we did the U.S. states, we also did Canadian provinces, and my brother took the class like a year or two before me, and we both had like the slackers in our class, who obviously were like, this class is an easy, I'm not going to learn anything. So when my brother took it, he had this guy in his class, and his teacher pointed to Saskatchewan, and he said, I don't know, pistachio? And she said, that's close enough. And we would also get a piece of candy for every right answer. So he got to get a piece of candy for calling Saskatchewan pistachio.
Oh dear God.
So why would you be getting candy?
And then when I was taking it, she appointed to Prince Edward Island for the slacker in my class, and he goes,
"Hi,
I don't know," and she's like, "Oh, I'll give you a hint. It's Prince something Island," and he goes, "Charles," and she goes, "Close enough. It's Edward." No, no, it's not. That's not close.
The worst teacher I've ever heard of. Literally the worst teacher.
Yes, so bad. So I basically taught myself geography because I wanted to know geography. And then
Geography was the class for slackers by us, and I took it because I just liked geography and it was easy. But like the teacher was still teaching. Like he made sure that people gave the right answers.
I mean, I think if we had put that on a test, she would have counted it wrong. But because it was like our quiz at the end, I don't know. It was a dumb class. It was a dumb class. But But I know all the countries in the world, so you know, I didn't learn them in that class though.
How do you know all of them?
Sporkle.
But there isn't even a number of countries. How do you know that you know all of them? What if they're like unagreed upon countries?
Yeah, those are kind of sketchy. But Sporkle has listed 197, and I know all of those. And then I generally know the ones that are like kind of disputed, like Hong Kong and Taiwan and whatever.
Well, Hong Kong, I don't think Hong Kong claims to be an independent country.
Well, it's a city-state, and sometimes they count city-states, and sometimes they don't. Or like they count Singapore as a country, which is,
it is a country.
I think. Well, some people call it a city-state, so like it's a disputed one. I don't know. I have friends from
Singapore is very not disputed. Singapore is its own independent country.
I know. I have friends from Singapore who are like. Yeah, I was confused when I heard that was disputed because I have friends from Singapore who are like, no, it's a country.
I've never heard it being disputed. It's been in the country for like 60-something years.
I don't know. It's weird, but I know it and I know where it is. And I learned all the capitals at some point and all the flags, but I don't remember those. But I know all the states. I just watched that episode of Friends where they try to name all the states in 6 minutes. I love it because it makes Ross look like the idiot he is. I feel like I should be singing a lullaby.
Yes, please.
Oh.
Don't I usually get a bedtime story?
Once upon a time, there was a prince named Marcus, and he was the ruler of a kingdom called Raven Pond.
Don't say clock.
The temptation was to say Raven Puff, but no, Raven Pond. And he was a kind and fair and just ruler, but he was under threat by the vicious barn owls who threatened to take over his darling kingdom. The barn owls were actually menacing wizards who had transformed themselves into these flighted creatures to better fight the armies of Raven Pond, which, surprise, were wizards that had turned themselves into ravens. So Marcus, even though he hated fighting more than almost anything in the world except for famine, decided that his ravens must defend his kingdom and all the other good kingdoms of the world against the owl storms. So he took his sword of fighting.
You mean boxing gloves?
His boxing gloves of punching and his sword of fighting. And hopped upon the back of his dearest, beloved friend Josh the Raven, and they flew out into battle with the owls. And then there was a grand fight during which the sun never set, and then Marcus and his ravens, through the power of friendship and love, defeated the cunning owls, and then they went back to the castle in the middle of Raven Pond, and they lived happily ever after. The end. Good night.
That was beautiful.
During the beautiful, I forgot the word, bedtime story, I was searching. Singapore is definitely not disputed to any.
I don't know.
Stop disputing a non-disputed thing.
I'm sorry.
Trust you.
Blame Jeopardy. They called it a city-state the other day.
It's a state that consists of one city.
Oh my goodness gracious.
It's tiny. It's like the size of Missoula.
I know. I have 2 friends from Singapore, and they live on the opposite sides of the country and are like an hour apart.
Right. Calling it a city-state doesn't mean it's not a state. It's also not disputed.
I'm sorry. Okay. I was given false information by Jeopardy. Blame Jeopardy.
Jeopardy says it's disputed?
They called it a city-state.
City-state doesn't mean it's not a country. Like, the Vatican is a country and it's a city-state.
I don't know. I'm tired.
And it's a country.
I'm sorry.
You ruined the Zen, Gavi.
I'm sorry. Let's return the Zen.
I'm trying to sleep over here. You're the worst.
Okay. I'm
Fine.
break to watch the season finale of Ruby.
What?
I'm gonna probably go cry in a little hole for about a half hour as I watch this, and then I'll be back.
What's Ruby?
The season finale of Ruby. It's anime made by
I've never heard of the show.
Oh my god. It's made by Rooster Teeth.
Okay.
Shit. And big
It's
stuff.
actually really good though. Like it
Oh, it's so good.
It
very much is different in a lot of ways from my experience of anime. And so it was, I don't know, it's different. It's slightly different. It's not like what picture as anime, but there's many, many, many anime tropes in it. And as the seasons go on, volumes go on, their animation gets better and better because their company is getting better and better as time goes on. And so, yeah, it's so good. But yeah, I'm gonna go watch that and I'm gonna cry, or I probably will cry. I have a feeling. I hope nobody dies.
Yeah.
Okay. Wish me luck.
Good luck. I'm gonna be there in the near future as well. I haven't quite caught up, so.
Okay. Well, this season has been really, really good. Okay.
I've got to get 2 of my good friends. We've got to sit down and have an Avatar: The Last Airbender marathon because they would both love it, and they've never seen it. And I'm like, guys, so.
Wait, which show have they not seen?
Avatar: The Last Airbender, which is my favorite TV show of all time.
It's a really good one. Why have they not seen it?
I don't know. Well, one of them seen a couple of episodes, but he said he could tell it was something you had to watch in order. Which you do. I mean, you don't have to, but it definitely lends itself to that. And it's so good. It holds up over time as being such a quality show. Like, it ended in, 2007, and, even now when I go back and rewatch it, I'm like, yep, still good. Still a good show. And it's good from beginning to end, and it ended when it should. It didn't try to make more seasons when it shouldn't, which is important. I guess Laura's just completely asleep now.
Oh yeah, completely.
James, do you want this saved so that my fabulous bedtime story will exist for all of eternity?
Yes.
Yeah. I will think back at your bedtime story while I'm actually going to bed.
I should.
Wait.
Aww. Aww. That's so cute. I want a green heart. I'm leaving as well.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Good night.
Thanks,
Good
Wendy.
night.
Bye. I'm
Bye.
leaving. I don't know how to leave. Oh, there it is. Okay. Goodbye.
Bye now.
So is Laura out cold?
Oh, completely.
I have not. Yeah, no. If not, she surely would have responded to something at this point.
It's a little creepy. Just her sleeping.
Should I
You
eject
can't see
her?
Isn't this a fairly standard occurrence that someone falls asleep on the stream?
It's usually Victor.
This is true. It is usually Victor.
Right. Everyone say goodnight to Laura.
Good night, Laura. You should just use an air horn. You should figure out what I'm doing for dinner.
What are you doing right now, Gabby?
I was gonna recommend what I had for dinner, but that's definitely not kosher. So
Just sitting on my bed.
I have to fold my laundry.
I finished 3 books today. I didn't start them,
but
I finished 3 books today.
I
One of them, I had about 50% to read. One of them I had about 30% to read, and one of them I had about 90% to read. So I would say that I've definitely finished at least 1 book entirely.
Dang.
So
that's a lot of book.
Yes, it's a lot of book.
I have already
In a fourth.
2 weeks into 2018, and I already started and finished more books than I read in all of 2016.
16 or 2017?
2016. I read quite a few books in 2017, and probably more books than I read in 2015 too. Because I went through a dry spell where I basically just didn't read, and so my you can call it a resolution. I call it a project of the year last year was to read a bunch of classic novels. So I read, I think about 14, 15, something like that last year. And so now I'm reading. So I'm on my 3rd book of the year now.
Nice.
So, yeah, it's nice because I always read a ton when I was a kid. And then I just hit this dry spell. So now I'm back to reading.
Yeah, I have had multiple dry spells and multiple really into reading periods. I'm currently in a dry spell, but
I never read a ton. I read a lot of short form, but not a lot of long form. So the fact that I have nothing else to do on Shabbat is real convenient. Convenient. I brought a book that I was already reading, a book I wanted to start to read. I bought 2 books here, and I brought 2 other books. One of them I was hoping to read, and one I was going to let someone else here read. So I have 5 books. I've already completed 3 of them. I started a 4th one. I only have 1 left, really.
Wow.
I wonder if I can finish a 5th book by the time I go back home, which would then probably be the most books I read in 1 month ever.
Well, you have 2 more Saturdays of being here, so you might.
It's a pretty short book. It's only 160 pages.
Yeah.
And I'm already 10% in. So.
Yeah, I read. Well, it shouldn't be that impressive that I've already read 2 books because one of them was a children's book because I had never read A Wrinkle in Time. My friend was like, "Oh my gosh, you have to read it now." So I read that, and then I got a couple of the sequels from the library. So I'm on one of those. It's good. I would have enjoyed it if I was a child. When I was a child, if I had read it then. Not that I didn't enjoy it now. I did enjoy it, but I was very into that like kind of fantasy sci-fi stuff. Especially in middle school. I have a lot of books about dragons in my closet.
Not a single book I have here is fiction.
Mm.
Remy and Nyla, go the fuck to sleep.
Where is she awake?
They're both in the chat.
Oh, James, I was about to yell at you for this being a family-friendly stream, but then I remembered this isn't Marcus's stream. I don't have my sword here.
I can't see the chat because I'm on my phone.
Yes, Nyla and Rebby, go the frick to sleep.
This is my face of disappointment.
We're just Nyla, your parents are very disappointed.
Are we their parent?
Yeah. That's what she decided. That's how we ended up married, is because she wanted me as her mom and you as her dad. and we're also Nick's parents.
We're not Rebby's though.
No. I don't remember. No, Rebby is Nyla's daughter. Rebby, your grandparents are very disappointed in you.
I am so not like aware of the whole thing.
I really only remember that Nick and Nyla are twins and are our kids, and Rebby is our granddaughter. I remember nothing else. Like nothing. Abby and Paula are married. That's it. That's all.
Yeah, and they have a child cat, which is
they have 4 child cats and a giraffe, from what I remember.
When did the giraffe?
Yeah, they have a giraffe because of the stuff that happened on the Minecraft server.
Oh, okay.
See, so the non-human offspring I find kind of disturbing.
They're adopted.
Adopted, fine, but it wasn't clear if it's adoption or just natural offspring.
Mm.
Oh, especially.
Yeah, that would be uncomfortable.
Because nothing else about that family tree is uncomfortable.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Not at all.
I don't remember where James is in the family tree.
I am Charlie's nephew.
He's Abby's dad.
I am Abby's. No.
Yeah.
Am I?
Hang on.
Oh yeah, Abby's and Momo's dad.
Really?
Momo and Abby are sisters.
I'm pulling it up.
I think Losty is my dad.
Correct.
I think there's too many generations in play here.
There's
really?
There's 7 generations.
There's
on that
giant.
family tree.
Yeah, Losty, you're Scott's brother, and Momo and Abby are your kids. And so you have some kitty grandchildren and a giraffe.
Yeah, I guess.
Congratulations.
Kitties.
Who is our other child? I know we have another child, but I don't remember who it is. Oh, Todd.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my Todd.
Oh my Todd. Todd Speed.
God bless. Oh, that was a beautiful Twitter thread.
Oh, they say that all of the time in real life.
I'm sure, but I don't get the real life. I just get the Twitter threads.
I get the sometimes they're on Instagram. That's the word. I was staring at the app on my phone and I could not think of the word.
I'm gonna go scavenge for food, and if you're still around, I'll pop back in.
Right. This will probably end relatively soon.
Yeah.
I feel like we're slowly dropping off.
Yeah, I need to fold my
You have
laundry
been
and
like
clean up
7 hours.
the kitchen.
How long has this been going?
Let's see.
I've
Since,
been
like,
here since
4:30.
the beginning.
Then you should know better than any of us.
I know. What time did the first post get made?
Oh, right. It's in the Twitter chat. It's been about 4 hours.
Only 4 hours.
That's a short one.
Yeah. I guess because before that was the live stream.
Yeah.
I thought this was supposed to start at 2 Eastern.
It was, but then
didn't.
the live stream, it didn't, and then the live stream happened when it wasn't supposed to. So.
Got it. Well then.
Yeah. And then we were all watching Marcus, and he was gonna play games, and then his games broke or something. I can't get him to work. So we were like,
His
let's
capture
go
device wasn't working.
hang out. Let's go hang out. Let's go to the hangout. Marcus, let's go to the hangout. That's
It's fun, actually.
exact recreation of what happened. I know.
Having him and Tony here.
It's nice
were
having him
good.
and I
Was
know.
he in the hangout?
They're so sweet.
Yeah, Marcus and Tony were
Yeah,
here.
earlier. You maybe came not too long after he left.
Well,
No, it was an hour at least after they'd left.
Oh, well, never mind. That might have been when I was getting food.
okay.
I could be wrong.
Grunt.
On that.
So
Bye, Gabby.
she
Bye.
Eat good. Yeah, I'm gonna have to leave soon too, even if we don't. And I have a song stuck in my head that I know very few lyrics to.
That's the worst because of that one line just keeps going over and over and
Yeah,
over and
it's
over again.
off with your head.
See, I want you to imagine that. For me,
That's
I
it.
get
That's
that
all I
with
know.
Both like regular lyrics and bass lines.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it's just double the amount of like, I know this part of the song and nothing else. Help. Nyla, quit being salty in chat and go to sleep.
Nyla, are you still here?
Maybe we should just end so that Niall will go to sleep.
Yeah, I am starting to get hungry, so.
Yeah, me too, actually.
Nyla, what did you tell Gavi?
That Marcus was going to be here, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's the end of the shortest hangout ever.
It's
I don't think it's the shortest hangout ever. I think we've had shorter that are due to the technicality that we've had one that didn't exist. But
Those don't count.
The shortest on record one.
Gosh, I'm.
Well, I mean, there was just a lot of miscommunication about what was happening today, so.
Yeah.
It was so fun.
Yeah, it's nice seeing everybody.
Short but sweet.
Definitely.
Nick, I found your
Nyla, it's not the last hangout ever.
Nyla, what?
There's been talk going around in certain circles about whether these should continue. Because people are finding them less enjoyable.
I mean, I get that, but to just stop them completely sounds weird. Maybe they should just be more like hey, we haven't done a hangout in a while. Maybe we should do one this weekend. Yeah. Maybe if they weren't monthly.
Yeah, I think having it be monthly is starting to be too much.
Because it's been a long time since I've come to a hangout because like I it's hard for me to make it every month.
Yeah, I mean,
But
and that I think that's why it was so often originally, because like if you can't make it this month, there's always next month. But
yeah,
I think these were originally started, because everyone was in the comments of the videos and they were like, well, we want to talk in person, but now there's like no videos to comment on, and so it's like we just keep talking about the same stuff every month.
yeah. And I think of the fact that they're every month is like, oh, I'll skip this one because there's one next month.
Yeah,
but if they
exactly.
were less often, I would come to them more frequently because
And
they'd be more special.
Yeah, it used to be so exciting and people would plan their whole lives around it. And now people are like, I'm busy. I'm not coming this month.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say something and I completely forgot about it. Oh, I found your I was going through my likes and I found your Pinterest wedding boards video again.
Oh, yeah, that's on the channel we're broadcasting on right now.
Classic.
We should maybe because like a lot of people came from Marcus's stream to join in on the chat.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I don't know that, and Marcus seemed to enjoy doing that quite a lot. So maybe if like it kind of became a thing that was a little bit tied in with Marcus's streams, like every. I'm not saying every stream because
Yeah, that would be crazy.
Every once in a while.
Especially because he's now every Saturday that he's available, he's streaming. That's now his schedule. So yeah, that worked out that he wasn't able to play games today, the day that we were having the hangout. But
Nyla, stop being so dramatic.
Nyla, what are you doing?
Telling Nyla not to be dramatic is like telling her to stop breathing.
What am I going to do with you, young lady? I can't ever remember if Nyla is slightly older than me or slightly younger than me. Because our birthdays are 2 months apart. I'm about to turn 24.
I'm just really bad at actually keeping in my brain how old everyone is. So I just assume.
I'm usually approximate, but like I talk to Nyla enough that I really should remember.
I mean, we have that birthday calendar that gets linked.
Yeah, we do, but years aren't on there. I know people.
Yeah, but you would be able to see if her birthday was before or after yours.
Well, I know when her birthday is. I just don't know what year she was born. Let's see if she's
okay. But like it weirds me out that Nyla's younger than me.
I am young, or I am older because she was born in December '94 and I was born in February '94. So she just turned 23. I'm about to be 24 and I'm gonna have a crisis. Ish. Maybe.
Oh, crisis. It won't help.
It won't?
Nope.
I am going
I'm turning 25 this year, and I'm like, oh, okay. Wow, that's...
That'll probably be the actual crisis, is when I turn 25. But, I feel like I would be fine if I wasn't still living at home, but that's the crisis.
Kayla just got into chat. Has Kayla been here for a while?
Probably not.
Kyla! Beth, go to bed. No, but I am going to get another piercing on this ear for my birthday next month. Going wow. And then I've already planned to get my next tattoo for my 25th birthday. Which I admit is a long time in advance, but
Greg just got into chat.
hello, Kyla.
Knight's House, if that was true, my first crisis would have happened at like 14.
Do you know, people always thought I was older than I was in like middle school and high school. The craziest was when I was 12. A store clerk thought I was in college. That was the craziest.
So I have been this tall since grade 9. So and I didn't grow suddenly. I grew steadily over many years. So like there are situations from when I was a kid where people assumed I was way older than I was, and I got in trouble for not acting my age effectively, despite acting exactly my age. Like I once got kicked out of a hospital play area when I was 5.
Wow, that's so sad.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I don't remember this, but my mom tells me that she came out of her appointment and I was just crying because I wasn't
How tall were you when you were 5?
I was like, I think I was 5 feet already when I was 5. I don't, yeah, something stupid. I was either 4 foot when I was 4 or 5 foot when I was 5, and it's the more impressive of the two.
That's ridiculous.
Oh my god.
Yes. Yes, it is.
I've been this tall since 8th grade.
How tall are you?
But I am still the tallest female on the Arandanaut hand height chart.
Sorry, how tall are you?
5'8", 5 foot 8 inches. So it's slightly above the average American height. The average American woman height is 5'4" with a standard deviation of 2 inches. So I'm just a couple inches above that. So like, there are certainly lots of women out there taller than me, but I'm generally among the taller women in my social circles. I haven't seen that hand height chart forever. I guess we just got everyone on it.
Most people are on it. Nyla's not on it because she refuses to tell us how tall she is.
Nyla?
Nate's not on it because he never had anything to measure his hand with.
Knight's house! Don't advocate violence!
Knight's house is all about advocating violence.
I know. Alright, I really should go and do things. So y'all can have your fun 2-person hangout or
I think we'll probably just end it. As interesting as that might be for everyone watching.
Y'all have a... Okay. Perfect timing. My family's just about to start watching Jeopardy.
Alright, say goodbye to everyone.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Everyone go to sleep. I don't care what time it is.